Hello everybody. First off, I am not a professional YouTuber. You'll notice that. But I did want to give a review for my vehicle and any aftermarket product that I put on it. I used YouTube a lot to determine the things that I wanted to do to my truck and just look at reviews, and just I really found YouTube valuable, so I kind of wanted to do that to maybe help somebody else out there. This is a 2020 Ram 1500 Laramie. It has the standard 5.7 liter Hemi. It came with the sport package and the off-road package. I didn't specifically look for those at the time. They were just on this vehicle. I like the color. It's one I chose to test drive, and it's what I got. The sport package basically comes with the sport hood, which has the non-functioning vents. I'll talk a little bit more about those later. And then it has the color matched grille. That was one reason why I like this, because I like the color matched grille. It didn't have a lot of chrome on it, and I just really like the look of it. I never thought I would own a Ram. I used to be a GM service advisor, and I actually sold GM vehicles. I used to make fun of Ram, so I never thought I would actually buy one. But this last spring, I went out looking for a truck, and of course I first started with GM. And I started about looking for used, and then I kind of went up to the new trucks, and I drove this and immediately loved it. Loved everything about it. Loved the ride, loved the power, loved the interior. It was so quiet. Just the ride was excellent. I love driving this truck. It's a great driving vehicle. I actually like driving this more than my wife's 2018 GMC Yukon Denali. I love the seats. I love everything about it, really. I drove it stock for a while. I slowly put a few things on here or there. Tonneau cover, running boards, a couple things like that. But I went out off-roading one day, and I just went over a cattle guard that had a dip on the one side, and I hooked my running boards. I hooked the bracket down here, and it bent my running boards back. And I, at that point, decided that I needed to put a lift on it, and I used YouTube to research the lift that I wanted. And I wanted something more than a level kit. I didn't want to go real high, but I definitely wanted more than a 2-inch level. And so after a lot of YouTube videos, I decided to go with the 3.5-inch Readylift. And I didn't do a whole lot of research on the Readylift website. I just watched YouTube videos. And so I went in and told my installers here that I wanted a 3.5-inch kit from Readylift. And they said, sure, no problem. They put the kit on there, and immediately I noticed extra noise up front. And I thought, I've heard other people talking about noise from lift kits, and I thought, okay, well, maybe it's normal. But I decided to look into a little bit more, and I got under my vehicle here, and I had noticed that the spring was knocking on the steering knuckle, and I thought, that's not right. And after taking some measurements and whatnot from the center of the hub to the fender, I realized that the front of the truck was overlifted. And we determined that the kit that we bought was not compatible with the 4x4 off-road package. The 4x4 off-road package has a little bit more than just skid plates. The front end actually is a little bit higher on the off-road package, and so it overlifted the front, caused the geometry to be way out of line, and caused the springs to hit the steering knuckle. So all of my research was on YouTube. I never went to the Readylift website. The Readylift website clearly states this package will not work on the off-road package. So my installer was excellent to work with. They came up with some good solutions. We're still able to use the majority of the Readylift kit. I didn't want to have to go down to a 2-inch, a 2-inch level, and so they just remachined the preload spacers. That's this aluminum spacer there, and we're able to reduce it enough to get the lift down into specs. And now the springs aren't touching anymore and all the geometry is all correct. So take that from me, 3.5-inch Readylift will not work on a Ram 1500 with the off-road package. I did not look at any other options as far as checking to see if they work with that off-road package or not, but we got it fixed. I really like it. I like the look of it. It's not super high, but it's just enough to get it up off the ground a little bit more, give it a little bit of a more aggressive look. Some of you probably already have noticed that I still have my stock wheels. I looked at wheels forever. Most of you know there's thousands and thousands of options for wheels. It's overwhelming, the wheel options, and everybody is doing black. I have black on my work truck. I have a white Chevy Duramax. I have black wheels. I really like it. Everybody's doing black. I decided I didn't really want to do black. I want to do something different, but I just couldn't figure it out. So I decided for now, keep the stock wheels. I don't mind them. I don't know. What do you guys think? But I just decided to keep them for now. I did not have to add spacers. The lift and the tires all worked out perfectly. The tires, I was able to go up to a 35 by 12.5 by 20. It's the Open Country AT3 by Toyo. The only thing I had to trim was this mud guard back here. I didn't like it anyway because it was this big open like scoop back there, and it collected so much dirt and mud that I actually liked getting rid of it anyway. So that's the only thing we had to cut out. It just barely rubbed there anyway, but 35-inch tires fit perfectly. One thing I really liked, as I said in the beginning, was how quiet this truck was when I bought it. I do notice the road noise from the AT3s. It's not horrible, but it is noticeable. So if that's a big concern of yours, then, maybe an all-terrain tire isn't really the way you want to go, but I just sacrificed that for the look mostly, and just getting a better all-terrain tire. Some other things that I did on here, this tonneau cover, Tiger brand, Amazon, less than 200 bucks. It went on great. There was no issues with it. It's just the Velcro kind, it keeps water out. Never had any issues with it. Installation was easy. I think for less than 200 bucks, I'm super happy with it. The running boards, I got those off of Amazon as well. Again, less than $200, for what they are, $200, they're great. I'm a, big guy. I'm 250, 6'6". I have no problem